No, I said it smells like Nesquik.
Oh, I
It
see.
doesn't taste like
This
it.
is the other one. Thoughts?
Smells a lot less
Okay,
potent.
Less pungency.
Back in 2007, James Watt and Martin Dickey
Okay.
were brewing beer in the garage in Scotland.
What a top
small little
business
town.
with your mate, eh?
I know. So we do struggle sometimes to think of ways in which we could punish one another.
Oh, God. What have you bought?
So for the podcast, I have bought some punishments.
Oh, jeez.
Starting with...
And we are into episode 23.
Wow.
Jeez. 2-3. We're really getting up there.
Got another 23 definitely still in us.
Yeah, easily.
100%.
I reckon so. But we're only going to get there if you guys want us to. So you might as well engage. Hit that subscribe button, like button, comment button, and every other button that you can see on the screen, you might as well press it, except from other videos. Stick around because we've got plenty in store today.
Or the dislike.
Oh, yeah, don't press that one. Anyway, what we talk about today, Joe?
We're doing everything around pricing,
We
in
are.
particular pricing strategies, because this is key when you're starting a business. And people might not know the difference between £10 and £9.99. But there's a big old difference.
There's a huge difference. Yeah, exactly that. We're getting on to methods, strategies, and much more, because even if you offer a product or a service or any sort of business, pricing is going to be the biggest point of actually how you move on and keep your business alive long term.
And it's crazy how much goes into the background of what price you're going to put something up as.
It really is
it's
bizarre.
actually mental.
And we've got a couple of new segments in today as well. So stay tuned. But before we do, shall we? Let's
talking about pricing.
Talk about pricing. Let's do.
This is a very good pricing strategy. £2, and you could win 250,000.
The odds.
The odds
probably not in your favour. I'll go first. Here we are. Find a little diamond. We have a cloud, a VIP, a vault, a rainbow, a gold cup, and a nugget. Nothing what I wanted. The little infamous lottery sign. I have never seen him to this day, and I still will never see him because he's not here with me. And then I'm looking for the number 7. I had a 9. I had a 12. And I had a 6. And as far as I can see, there's no confetti. So another day on a loser for me.
I think the confetti's the hardest because you win everything, it says.
Could you imagine? Some crazy
Which is
numbers
actually
on
mental.
50,000 on there, could you imagine?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I've got, for the diamond we're looking for, we've got a gold key, a palm tree, a ring, a car, VIP sign, and a rainbow.
Not what we want.
No to the lotto guy either. And 24 was my number.
Yeah?
22, 19, 27.
Oh, gosh. You got me there. Oi! You've got it figured out. Look at that. Look at that. Love it. Oh. What happened there? That was quite cool.
Dented something
I just
there
dented
for sure.
the table. Anyway, I think that's the first time in 5 episodes that you've not won. So
I know. We've been on a bit of a streak recently.
We have been on. I think we deserve that.
And now it's just to be like 5 no wins.
I think I would have lost my head if you got to 5 wins in a row and I'd got 5 losses in a row.
Anyway. It's for us again.
Yeah, I know.
Right,
so,
should we get into the new segment then?
Let's. And before we do, as you well know, up to this stage, we've treated you once a month to a cheeky little biz wheel because that is probably the out and about craziness that we put ourselves through exclusively for you.
Defo.
But we're mixing it up.
We are.
We've passed our first quarter and a half of the year, and we're going to give them something else, something new, something vibrant, but still something in the public domain.
Yes, and something that you can also learn from a little bit as well, and we will along the way, which is a brilliant thing.
Definitely. That is the industry days.
It is.
We're going to be out and about, partnering with people who've started businesses, fellow entrepreneurs like ourselves, who have got established businesses. We're not only going to promote them, but we're going to promote their business and show you what it's all about, show you the struggles and successes they've gone through.
Can't wait.
It's going to be insane.
So we're ranging from anything from small to medium to large, from startups all the way across the spectrum.
Exactly.
And hopefully we can pick up a few along the way. But if you do have a business and you want to bring us kind of get an inside scoop on what you're doing behind the scenes, we'll film it, we'll promote it, and we would love to learn about it. Comment down below.
Exactly that. So without further ado, let's get into our very first startup spotlight.
Let's do it.
Woo! Perfect.
Hope that doesn't pick up the noise.
Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't.
Ready? Right guys, we are at Hounds, doing an immersive experience. Do you know what we're taking on today?
So we are taking on challenges to find our way through the experience with the acid bath murderer, which follows the real story of John Haig, a killer that came from Crawley.
Interesting.
So it's a true story.
Interesting.
We're going to be taking on the challenges to unlock the keys to get through the experience and hopefully make it out alive.
It is a four-person one, and there's two of us, so we might be in there for a long time.
And we're not very intelligent, as you well know.
But we've got an interview with the owner and founder,
David. Yes. So stay tuned. We're going to get into the experience now. You'll see us go through the whole process. And then afterwards, we'll follow up with the owner, David, for a quick Q&A.
Let's get straight into it.
Let's go. Shit. They've got a code to get in. I've got to find the code.
A clever person solves a problem, a wise person avoids it. Early bird gets a worm.
This is awesome.
You here for the live show?
Maybe.
Name on the tickets?
What's your ticket name, mate?
Oliver.
How many?
2.
2 G's. Top
2
G's.
legends.
Don't get fucking smart. We'll knock that out of you.
It's expensive, mate.
Right, let's plan strategy.
Strat. Right. Did he say any clues? In the
I
beginning?
can't remember what you said.
Alright, positions. Doors opening in 3, 2, 1. Alright, code is in, doors closing. We are live in 5, 4, 3.
Good. Here we go. Thank you, sir.
Well, I've already passed the first fucking mission. Fucking big break. Mate, this is easy, this escape room. Immersive experience. We're getting out of here, bro.
Oh, easy, for sure.
Oh.
Who we got here?
Jermaine.
Stories, truth seekers, pilots.
Suits and sliders.
Podcasters.
Oh, so psychopaths then, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Good.
Probably.
That made no difference to me. You must be here to learn about the cruelly acid bath murderer.
Think so, we're gonna solve it.
Yeah.
You're gonna solve it.
Of course.
What do you want? A medal!
Yeah.
A medal would be great.
Tough shit, Malthus. Right!
Where's the light?
Right, oh yeah, it's a little bit dark in there, so try not to touch anything, and that goes for each other.
Oh.
Unless you want to, keep it clean. So, ears open, mouths shut!
Christ.
I can't fucking see, mate.
What are you touching? Hello. We've got a lock here. So you need to find a code for a lock.
But be careful, because like things might kill us.
None of the drawers open. Bible doesn't open. We've got some holes here, so we need to find something to stick on here. Look at these cute little teddy bears.
7, 3.
Go down in the woods.
What tune? You better have a surprise or something like that. 7 or 3.
Token, yeah, this is token. 5, 5. Keep it in your bag.
Okay, token, bag.
How many of those little tokens, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
So we got.
Yes. Let's try that code.
Oh, we're bloody smart, mate.
We actually are super intelligent. Yay!
Bash!
Did it, bro! Woo!
Playtime is over.
Okay, good.
Our stroll has come to an end. But what comes next?
She gonna come through that fucking thing
I
again?
hope not.
Bro, it's getting me on edge,
I'm watching
man.
like all the doors, man.
I realised I was different to other children. I was nurtured on Bible stories of sacrifice and taught that if I wronged, I would become marked by the devil on my forehead.
Right. Greedy. That opened.
Oh, it's like
That opened. That opened.
Mate, you can go first.
Rock, paper, scissors, that
Rock, paper, scissors,
No chance. Yeah,
You didn't see the doll?
I'm in prison. Whoa! Okay.
I don't like this.
Okay.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Okay.
I got caught up in some dodgy shit. And he wound up in here. But don't get yourselves confused. No, he ain't killed no one.
Can you get your foot?
Go on, you're the small one, you do it.
Oh dear me, you actually got the prison
I've got an idea. Use your sliders. Mission succeeded.
You can put it on there.
You got it.
Don't drop the sliders. What's what?
Did you see that? No, look at that.
Oh, she's dropped him.
I didn't drop him. Threw him. Right, have fun getting those.
Bro, I reckon we got that. Get that bag out.
Use
Wait,
the
you want to do
bag
a slide
side.
back?
Thank you, man.
Already did
It's
something
got like,
open. What?
oh, don't like that.
Oh, yeah, bastard!
Jesus
And it's
Christ.
not allowed!
I can keep the floor.
I grabbed this.
Like this.
I grabbed that.
Disputing. Gosh, that is the juices going.
So unnecessary.
That's this one.
That's not erosion though, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Sure. Oh fuck! Oh gosh!
come on.
Right into that.
Woo!
Oh, a secret session. Fucking true.
Get the tequila out.
You've served enough time here in Leeds prison.
Where will our story take us next?
I don't know. Where will it take us next?
That is okay.
Where will it take us next?
Fuck again, bro.
I'm still screaming like a girl.
Unless there was no body to be found.
Shit. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm not going down there,
bro.
I'm not going down there, man.
Right.
Oh,
Shit, get a live on. Let's get this going.
rock, paper, scissors.
Right, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yes! Come on! Off you go, ratty boy!
Give me that.
Bye-bye.
Give me that.
Oh, yes, you got to take it out.
Oh no, the actual rats, bro.
It was nice knowing you there, man.
Oh, am I going down here?
Oh, I ain't going down there.
Broski. Oh man, there's someone there, bro.
Oh, check it out!
What?
Nice.
You going through, man?
Oh, me as well.
Yeah.
You take the camera. I don't know if I like this.
There's someone here, mate.
There's
There's
another one of
someone.
these.
Oh shit. Good fight. Good fight. Come on, broski.
Is there any more?
Come on this way, bro. Get out of here.
Hold that shit. Is there any more? Huh?
Nah.
Hello.
There was someone just around that corner, FYI, mate.
Nah.
Yeah, do we need to know that shit?
What's this? The red button to the right may be used to open the cell door for the rest of your group.
Rock, paper, scissors.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Oh, get in there, son!
Wish me luck. That's who did.
Swap, swapsies.
That's one.
Oh shit, what's that? Oh damn.
Oh,
Shit, hello! You alright?
hello.
Oh, you two must just got out of prison.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was nice.
How was it? How was the prison slot?
Great.
we won.
Great,
Good.
yeah.
No re-offenders in the group now?
We're not going to disclose that.
Alright, we won't talk about that then. Bloody hell, you were in there for 13 years because it's 1947. Oh yeah, what did you do to get 13 years in Leeds prison?
I mean, you're going grey, mate. Shame.
Oh, it's a grey area, we're not allowed to talk about that then.
Gambling.
Oh, gambling, I always get
Too many scratch cards.
Yeah, actually do us a favour. Put your hands out. Put your hands out. You both of them. You both can. Good. Right, so I'm going to start making my exit because I don't want to be hanging around here for too long and nor do you. So, have fun. Bye!
See ya.
You get the pimp jacket.
Say no more.
Say no more. Chris Eubank coming in to the scenes. Stupendous, marvelly stupendous. Rastafari, link him up.
This is a hot, bro.
Right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yes, off you go. Bye. It's nice knowing you, bro. Business partnership's done. Oh.
Okay. Hello, coming in now. Right, yes. Oh, shit.
Sit in the front.
There's a step. Alright.
I've been scared enough, man. Thank you ever so much.
Right, see you later. What I mean, I'll see you when you know.
See ya. Well, let's get on into it. This is a new segment, as you're well aware, people. This is Startup Spotlight, and we are with the wonderful David from Hounds.
Hi guys, nice to see you.
Lovely to see you too, mate. So what we've just experienced is an immersive experience like no other. If you can describe it best for the people at home.
Sure. So you guys have just done a Hounds production of the Acid Bath Murderer live experience. It's a lot of people like to call it a true crime podcast that you live through. There's a lot of escape room stuff in it, but it's not really an escape room. It's more about the theatre and the story and the actors and the special effects. There's loads of cool stuff happening. You travel through lots of scenes, and there's an epic cinematic finale as well.
Yeah, I can't believe it was like a true story as well.
Yeah.
That makes it so much better.
Yeah.
And you go through like the different almost decades or timelines that he's done. It's mental.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration behind going for that true story, like with this experience?
Well, when we discovered that we actually had this space in the venue that we're leasing, we didn't actually know that this part of the building existed. It was kind of blacked out on our lease agreements. So when we actually found it and we moved in, the first thing that we all thought of was the Acid Bath Murderer, which is it's a Sussex story. It's based in Crawley and Guildford and London. And at the time when we were looking at the space, it did look like a serial killer's attic. So immediately we went straight to that, and we were like, yeah, we've got to do something that is location based and makes sense. And originally we were going to really gamify it and make it quite cheesy and fun. And once we started looking into the story, we realized how serious it was. You know, this didn't actually happen that long ago. There's still a lot of living witnesses. So we decided to take a step back, reframe it, and make it into something that really focuses on telling the story rather than gamifying all of it.
Outstanding.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant. And then I guess for those of them at home that don't really know what an immersive experience is / how it makes money, if you could elaborate a bit on that, but also tell them what exactly is an immersive experience, what's the difference?
Yeah, so the immersive industry is huge. I'm sure if you scroll through your feeds, you see stuff pop up for anything that is titled live experience at the end of it. A lot of them are in London. London's a massive hotspot for it. And it kind of encapsulates anything that are basically LBEs, which is location-based entertainment with an immersive twist on it. And that's usually something like special effects or actors, immersive set dressing, anything that kind of takes you out of your ordinary world. There's loads and loads and loads about. The immersive industry is booming at the moment. The whole experiential economy is making loads of money. And ticket sales are through the roof because people want to do stuff that is different and weird and interesting, and they can say they've been to that thing.
I mean, to feel like you experience something as well, instead of going to the cinema and sitting there and watching something only, the fact that you can really put yourself in the story, I think, is what makes it such a unique experience for a lot of people. Going back to square one, obviously we're all about starting businesses and people feeling empowered to start a business instead of follow the standard work of like your 9 to 5, day in, day out for the next 30 years. firstly, was this your first business? And secondly, what then gave you the motivation to start in it and the origin behind Hounds?
Great questions. I'll try and keep it short. Though it's not my first business per se. Before this, I was a self-employed photographer. So not a bricks and mortar venue. However, I did have a studio, but it was all sort of very makeshift at home. But that was sort of my first fully into business for myself. Before that, I was in the immersive industry anyway. I'd had, normal retail jobs, and nothing was really sticking for me. But every time I worked in an immersive environment, I was like, this is cool. This is interesting. And working in it is almost just as good as being a customer in it, really. So, this was the first business that I had started that was, a big investment business that was going to be a full-time thing and not just sort of a hobby money maker on the side, if you like.
Yeah, so I guess alluding to that, then what kind of made you stay away from almost the safe lane, doing the 9 to 5? Because obviously it seems like you never really went into that by the sounds of it.
Not really. Yeah, I never had like a 9 to 5 office job. I never had that sort of office career. The closest I got to that was sort of the retail jobs that you have throughout your teens and your 20s. Like I say, they just weren't doing anything for me. But every time I was working in immersive, I was like, this is cool. This is what I want to do. And it is a big risk. It's very time consuming, but working that 9 to 5 or retail, whatever it's going to be, that's the sort of ordinary job. It just doesn't tickle that itch for a lot of people. I'm a creator. Everything I do is from a creative standpoint. And if I can't have control over that label or that graphic or the soundtrack that's playing throughout that store, for example, I'm just not satisfied. And I hate every minute of it.
Was there anybody that guided you towards starting your own business on that front? Because obviously creatives could work for somebody else and earn like an hourly rate of sorts, but you chose to go down this very unique part of starting an entire business from scratch. Was there anybody that was a part of that foundation for you?
I think the timings were a big contributor to that. Because at the time that we started Hounds, which was 5 years ago now, it was around COVID, the immersive industry had just sort of started picking up. There were a lot of indie creators and independents, especially in sort of the escape room sector of the larger immersive. It's pretty much all independents. There's very few chains or franchises or anything like that. So it's very hard to find a company that you can sort of work your way up in, because generally they're all doing their own thing anyway. Yeah. So based off of that, it was like we either do this ourselves and put everything on our own back, or we're not really doing this at all. The industry has changed a bit now. There are a lot more bigger creators that are looking for sort of creative directors and freelancers. It didn't really exist at the time, though. So between me and my business partners, we kind of did a lot of market research. I'd already been working in it. We knew the field. We knew how it worked. And we decided that we've got these ideas. We want to put them out into the world, and nobody else is going to do it the way that we do.
That's fantastic. I think that's brilliant that you've gone out there and just decided to do it based off your kind of perspective and what you know, and also your creativity. But to follow on from that, I guess, there's always challenges in business. We're experiencing it as we're going along. What's probably been your hardest challenge you've had to face yet, if you could put it down to one?
Oh, a couple come to mind.
Yeah.
An easy one would be the arguments of working in a small independent family run. But that aside, the most challenging thing is when sales drop and you just don't know why. And you're racking your brain and looking at all the analytics and just trying to figure out what's going on. And there's been a lot of times where we have been very close to saying like, right, we have our get out of jail free card now, if you like, the lease is up or something. Are we going to continue with this? Do we cut our losses? And when it's your own business, it's not just a case of like, do I quit this job? It's existential. Yeah. It's sort of proving to yourself. It's proving to everyone around. A lot of people know me in this field, and I think if Hounds closed for one of those reasons, there'd be shockwaves and ripples, and it would be mortifying for us. And that's a really It's a really horrible way of looking at it. It's very egotistical, but when it's your business, and specifically a creative business, you can't get away from it because you want people to view what you've done and enjoy it.
Is there certain ways that you've gone about overcoming those challenges? Is there anything you've necessarily done which was maybe the lock and key in order to press forwards?
Yeah, so there's a lot of times where we see these little glimpses of hope. We see a little way where we can find an extra income stream, or we see other people's success and we go, right, if they're doing it, we can do this. It's not an us problem, it's an industry problem or something like that. So yeah, there are a lot of times where we can just pull on something and sort of almost like pull that thread that makes you get straight back into it and want to keep going no matter the cost. Sometimes that comes to bite us in the ass, but we just keep powering on. Anything in hospitality and leisure is always turbulent. So you kind of learn to weather the storms when you're in it.
I mean, you said just then a second ago how you had multiple income streams that you sort of worked out through this business. So it wasn't so much as just a product you deliver to a customer. So what sort of avenues did you go about finding other industry sort of revenue streams for yourself?
Yeah, so originally Hounds as a venue did include a cocktail bar. So that was our whole separate beast that we had to manage. Sadly doesn't exist anymore. Rest in peace, the Kennel Club. But it was... not only was it a great revenue source, it was a real challenge for me and my business partners to wrap our heads around a cocktail bar and licensing and drinks and that also like nightlife economy basically, and trying to mix that into this, and at the same time trying to find ways of remarketing ourselves with packages or different ways of looking at our ticket options, and it's very easy to kind of get stuck in these are our tickets and this is how we want to have them marketed. And actually sometimes you can just take a step back, look at your options and go, right, we're going to tweak this price and change how this looks online. And it's really satisfying for us to suddenly see almost the business that was always there, but just refreshed in a really new way just from one small change.
Yeah. I think that's brilliant because we always look at like being adaptive, looking at our competitors, seeing what we can add to what we do as well. And it seems like you've really taken that to the extreme as well. So I guess with that, when did you actually have your first almost aha moment? This is working. This is going to actually be successful.
That for us would have been the winter of, I think it was 2021 or 2022.
COVID kind of time?
It was just post-COVID. So our first year, we opened in 2020 in October. For those of you that know the timings, that was awful.
Right in the heat of COVID,
we were open for 2 weeks. Then we closed down and we didn't reopen again until the next May. So that would have been May 21. So it was the following winter that we did well on. And just everything rocketed. All of our spreadsheets were so in the green. It just looked like it was never going to stop. Unfortunately, like I say, it's a turbulent industry. It does go up and down all the time. Unfortunately, we haven't quite reached those same lofty successes since. But that was the absolute peak where it just felt like everyone was working, everyone was in the building, the cast were crazy, everyone had loads of hours. We were just trying to figure out every way to milk it. Like there wasn't any point where we just sat back and went, this is fine, let's just let this carry on. It was like, no, let's make the most of this. And I think almost all of our creative inspiration for everything we've done since probably came from that massive peak.
Bubble, yeah. Well, that's amazing because like the entertainment industry, as you mentioned, after COVID was taking a big hit, and a lot of places closed. So the fact that you in the middle of COVID opened and then managed to ride that wave as soon as everyone was back is
we weathered it.
So you mentioned a second ago how you've got obviously a lot of people as part of this team now. You've got these actors that are outstanding, your business partners. How do you go about managing that as the person kind of sat at the top of the hill? Because obviously managing people is a massive thing to take on as part of starting a company.
I was always told from my mentors that as soon as you start hiring people, everything starts to go wrong. And I distinctly remember the first few months of Hounds. It was literally just, it was me and my mum running this place, just the two of us, running a bar, and also me being a solo actor running everything. And then our first lot of hiring, was actually really successful. The guys that we hired, we were only going to hire 2 people. We actually ended up taking a cast of 4 that blew us away, and they were great. But it gets very complicated. Managing people is hard. No one has a rule book on how to do it. So it's not like a shop where if someone doesn't come in that day for whatever reason, if they're sick or if they just don't feel like it, if they're unmotivated, that you can just swap them out and run short staff for the day. We can't do that. We have dedicated one-to-one actors. So if that actor doesn't show up that day, that's thousands of pounds of refunds, just straight off the bat. Wow. So we try and skate the fine line between keeping it really casual and friendly, and a lot of our actors don't feel like they're coming into work. You know, they love being here. They want to be here. And that's how we found it works for us, is just make them feel at home, because they have to be giving their best. And if they're not, then the product just falls flat.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, one other thing that comes to mind, so I kind of want to touch on now, is there's a lot of ambition behind this mission of yours, and starting this journey and taking it through the years as you have. As somebody who is quite a young entrepreneur, is there anything you had to give up, anything that was kind of a toll on your life that you had to take a step back from in order to have this ambition succeed for yourself? Yeah.
So, without going into details, I miss paychecks. God, I miss paychecks and looking forward to the end of the month. Obviously, when you're at the top of the business, it works very differently. But in that same vein, I remember within the first couple of years, my relationship broke down because of work commitments. Suddenly my time wasn't flexible at all. My social life completely changed, not necessarily in a bad way, but I was kind of rediscovering my circles, if you like, and who I can be available for and who I've kind of outgrown, if you like. So yeah, there's a lot of sort of very personal things that being in business, you know, you do risk that, especially a business like this. I think it'd be very different if I was operating a business that did kind of have those set hours, like that 9 to 5, you know, you kind of work your life around that. But yeah, in 90% of businesses, it just won't be like that. It's always available. Since a lot of those downfalls, there's been a lot of lessons learned. I've kind of refigured out my life, and the people that come into my life now, they get the warnings and, you know, how this is going to work. People get inducted into this very quickly, and even our staff, you know, their partners, they quite often come to visit to see their partners at work, and they see things working and how they work, and even they're in a similar situation to how I was. So yes, lost things along the way, but in hindsight, I'm far happier and far in a much better position now than I would have been back then.
Yeah, spoken like a true entrepreneur, that, isn't it? Definitely. And I guess one of the things that we maybe start to experience is kind of like you mentioned, you get that flat kind of line where the sales maybe aren't coming through. For us, the views aren't always there. How do you kind of avoid that almost burnout where you feel like, God, what am I doing?
For me, it's just getting stuck into something creative. And I think that is quite specific to me and my product and my industry. You know, if I was working as some sort of admin-y position in an admin-y job, you know, a professional service, if you like, I wouldn't get those same that same fulfillment out of this. So yeah, when those flat lines happen, I kind of just tend to get stuck into projects, and sometimes those projects are just passion projects of mine. Sometimes they're things that I've been thinking about for a while, and I'm kind of like, oh, I've got the time now, and I've got the energy. I'm going to go all in onto this one thing that maybe won't work, and maybe it won't. And sometimes it can be as silly as just coming here one day and just tweaking all the lighting and tweaking the soundtracks and going, right, I'm going to add this new thing in and script this new thing, and I'm going to do some voice recording on this, throw it in, and suddenly I feel like I've got this whole new product, and like I want to throw it out there, and I get kind of reinvigorated to market it and do all the fun things that make this business fun. So yeah, for me, it's just creativity and getting stuck into a project.
I really like that. And the other thing I want to know is, if you could start from scratch, all again, back at day one, back in 2021, would you have done anything differently? And if so, what?
Yeah. There's a lot of things we would have changed here. I mean, we've been on a very steady upwards trajectory in terms of our production value and what we've learned. You know, when we first did this, our first production, it was great at the time. It still exists. Am I proud of it? No. I'm embarrassed by it. I hate it, but customers still like it. It's just that I've been so subjected to it for so long. I've seen what I'm now capable of and what our team is capable of. You know, I'd love to just go back and recreate that. But even knowing what we know now in terms of business, we've seen where we've slightly changed our format down the years. You know, we'd probably take the format that we have now that's winning and apply that backwards to everything that we've done since. We'd also probably make it a much simpler operation. At the moment, under this roof, we've got 4 separate experiences. That's 5 different cast members at any one time that are all trained on different things. That's different operations. And actually, if you look at successes of standalone immersive experiences, such as London Dungeons, for example, you know, that is one attraction under one roof. And yes, there's lots of positions within it, but it's so much easier to manage because you're not having to train lots of people on lots of different things. And also you're not having to explain to your customers that there's all these different things. It's this one thing that you're good at. And I think we've learned our thing that we're good at. And I'd like to just go back and put that across everything.
I guess it's all part of the journey though. When you look back on it, it's what got you where you are now. And one thing for me that I'm really curious about is how long did it actually take you before you could pay yourself or your kind of family that started the business? Because I'm assuming by the sounds of it, you were just chucking money straight back into the business, straight back into turning out.
Yeah. We, between me and my investors, we zeroed ourselves on this. And this is not a small investment. This is quite a large venue. It's substantial production costs. And especially being so young, zeroing myself so early. And I'd been working a lot of jobs before that, so I had the money to throw into it. But if I'm being completely honest, we still don't pay ourselves. The company has been in positions where we could have done, but we decided to reinvest. And along the way, we've put our team and our staff first. And a lot of times, there's been a lot of occasions where our team are taking more money from this business than we are. Obviously, paying yourself from a business, it is complicated. It's not just that paycheck. You have dividends, you've got taxes, you've got all of the intricacies there. So it's not like we're penniless. We are still making something from the business. We're still having benefits from running the business. But in terms of that kind of bog standard paycheck, we still don't.
Yeah.
Maybe we will, but not yet.
It's exactly kind of our methodology. Is we're like, here for the next 5 years, we don't want to take anything out. We want to put it all back in, whether it's hiring new people or getting better equipment. So we're on completely the same kind of wavelength, I think, on that aspect.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm ready for a quick fire round. Yourself?
Go for it.
So we're going to pump out some questions at you. There's 10 for you. And then we're going to finish with a little tradition. Are you ready?
Then. Yeah.
Should I go first? You go first. Right. Here we go. How long till you made your first sale?
Off the top of my head, I think it was a couple of weeks after we went live with our marketing. It was a really big moment.
Nice. Awesome. What's the most underrated skill in your business?
Script writing.
Okay. Who's your biggest inspiration?
Oh, I have a few. I am a huge fan of the creative director of Phantom Peak. His name's Nick Moran. Really inspirational guy. He speaks a lot of truths about the industry. Great guy.
Brilliant. One thing you do to wind down after a long day?
I go and create more things.
Never wind down.
It's a good point. We don't really wind down ourselves. Right. Do you love what you do?
I hands down do, yeah.
Awesome. What's the weirdest customer request you've ever had? Don't say us.
If they watch this, they're going to be... If this gets out, they're going to be really annoyed because they weren't nice customers. But they wanted us to look after their hamster for the entire duration of the experience.
What?
Yeah.
Right. What's your favourite entertainment experience outside of Hounds?
Oh, I have such a long list. However, the most recent one that I went to that I really loved, my partner took me to 58th Street for my birthday, which is like an immersive theatre jazz bar. Really cool. Okay. Really cool.
One thing you would tell yourself, your 18-year-old self back in the day?
Do more learning.
enough.
Practice more. And when you think you're good at something, do it again.
I love that. Last one. Where can people find the chance to come and experience what we've experienced today?
Absolutely. www.houndsescape.co.uk, Instagram @houndsescape. Instagram's a great place to see what we do because all the pretty photos go on there, as well as loads of customers, posting their own photos. But the website is the only place to get the genuine tickets. Don't get caught out by the scammers.
There we go. We'll chuck in all your details below as well.
Cheers,
Make
guys.
sure you check it out, and obviously on the Instas we'll tag you and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, this has been absolutely outstanding. We are going to get David in on the tradition. So we're going to have a little cut now and we'll see if David wins big on the scratch cards.
Chances are
Thanks
slim.
so much, David.
We need that paycheck. Oh, hang on. I didn't scratch the top.
Yeah, you
hang on.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh he won it!
David
I would have been that.
Well, there's your little souvenir from us.
Hey.
David is a winner of the scratch cards, and I think that's pretty stellar, actually, for the first one.
What we do is we reinvest that quid into another scratch card. So
Excellent. I'm probably going to do the same, to be honest.
Exactly. It's been absolutely outstanding today, David. Our first ever startup spotlight.
Yeah.
You'll be having a pair of sliders come your way on behalf of Susan
Excellent.
Sliders. And aside from that, I mean, all that's left to say is we hope you people at home loved watching the experience. We're going to have an extra long version on our Patreon, which is for the sum of
£4 a month.
13p a day, and you can get the added extras behind the scenes and the whole experience for what it was worth. And then come down and try it yourself. As you saw, we tried the acid bath murder today. There is 3 other experiences. What are they called?
Yes, we got the Explorer's Diary, great choice. We've got Southern Discomfort, and we've got Questionable Ethics, which are 3 missions. A little bit different to what you guys did today, but along the same lines.
Fantastic. Well, once again, thanks so much, David. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Pleasure, guys.
He's one of our Susan Sliders fans now, and yeah, we'll see you guys later on.
Yeah. Cheerio.
Toodle pip.
Cool. Dropping a follow, mate. Yeah.
Follow.
Well, I don't know what that'll be like, but I'm sure it'll be intriguing.
Yes. You can thank our editor for that, because I'm sure he made
A little
a
montage.
very great montage.
And if you want to check out the extras, you know where to go. Where is it, Ollie?
We're going to go on the Patreon. You know where we are. £4 a month, 13p a day.
So
and
good.
The bonus will be we'll have a full extended episode this Sunday of everything that we tried on the industry day. So you're going to want to go and check it out because it will be a barrel of laughs, I'm sure.
Yes, there'll be some exclusive clips in there, that's for sure.
Without
but
a
anyway,
doubt.
we're going into pricing
We are.
and strategy. But first, let's start with the question
Oh, it's starting. Okay.
of the week.
Go for it.
What's the dumbest thing you have ever purchased before?
Dumbest thing I've ever purchased.
Now, I had a little think. Mine's hard, but
Go on.
If you've got to go.
Do you know what? I had one in my head.
Yeah.
And I'll say what it is briefly because I've come up with something else since. I had a gym membership to Nuffield Health.
Right.
And I was one of these idiots who, much like other guys after watching your 7th David Goggins video of the day, I'm like, you know what? I'm getting myself a membership to a place that has a sauna. I had a gym membership for the one nearby. It's just a standard gym. Mate, I think I paid 18 months for this gym membership at this other place.
How much did it cost?
Probably £25-30 a month. I think it's
Right,
like
yeah,
half price because of my health insurance as well.
Yeah.
I went twice.
But you paid in advance? For
No,
the
I paid
or you
every
just
month.
left
I
it?
just kept intending to go and never went. It was one of the stupidest things I've ever paid for. So that was one of the dumbest. But I've actually thought of something much better.
Right.
Which we both experienced. And we
Okay.
both experienced recently.
Go on. I think you've got the same as mine, but go on.
We went on a lad's holiday.
Yeah.
very, very recently. And I am part of the trip organising team. You partly part
Oh,
of
I
it.
know what you're going to say
And
now.
I was online looking for quality activities for us as a group to do. And I saw a boat party
Don't
in
even get me
Tenerife.
started.
I saw this boat party going off. It was called the Tenerife Boat Party, right? The website showing all sorts of cool things, boats with like pools on, music going off, crazy dancing. Like it looked wicked.
Sold the
People
dream.
diving into the water. What we turned up to
Oh, God.
was an abomination. First of all, this thing cost close to €100 each.
Actually.
Especially when we put in the VIP thing on top of that. We paid for the VIP, which was like no line for the drinks and all this sort of stuff. What we turned up to was the tackiest, of all tacky Viking boats
Yeah.
with like shoulder to shoulder benches that just got in everybody's way.
You couldn't walk.
And you couldn't walk. It had 110 people on this tiny boat where you couldn't go anywhere. It was the most infuriating 4-hour experience of our lives.
We literally went out about 20 minutes, stopped for 3 hours, and then drove back.
You could see the port that we came out of. We just literally exited the port, put the anchor down, and then waited 3 hours.
Everyone got scammed on that boat.
Everyone got scammed. It was horrific.
I actually can't believe it.
So yeah, that was probably the dumbest thing I've paid for in recent experience.
Yeah, I should add
and
that
I put
to
you
my
through
one
as
as
well.
well.
So I can only apologise. And I apologise to the lads.
Well,
I really
speaking
did
of holidays,
yeah,
probably the dumbest thing I did was went to South Africa.
Okay.
But as you know, when you go on these holidays, you've got lovely people walking around with sunglasses, and they stop you every now and then.
Yeah.
I ended up buying probably the worst pair of sunglasses because I thought they looked cool, and the guy was bigging me up, so I was like, "Yeah, man, yeah."
You played on the ego.
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, $40." I was like,
$40.
But with these guys, they won't let you go.
Really?
Yeah, they will keep they'll keep
and you can't
niggling
bargain
away
with
at
them.
you. You can't barely. Because there's like, once you pay one, like 5 come over as well. It's mental.
Oh, man.
So that's probably the worst purchase I ever did. And I was a
You
young.
paid him the full 40?
I was young, as my dad did it. Like, it kind of counts as me.
I see.
Otherwise, a Screaming Goat's probably up there, mate.
No, that's the best purchase we've ever made.
For the price of it, I wanted a bigger screen.
Again?
It was £10.
Oh yeah, I mean for what I got,
yeah,
which is the mystery box.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, go check out the mystery box episode. Unreal.
But
that was
we love him now,
we
so
do.
it's all
He's
good.
part of us. Well, should I carry on to the pricing?
Yeah, we may as well.
Because
Actually, comment down below what is the dumbest thing you've ever bought. Because my girlfriend's got a load. She's got millions.
You always said that she buys like the BTEC version of something and then has to buy it
She
again.
did something similar about gym membership or whatever.
Really?
I think she bought it like in advance for like the year or 16 months or something like that. She spent a good like 800 quid or something like that.
Madness.
Didn't go once.
These people behind the costings are quite intelligent. Pricing methods are basically the specific ways a business calculates what the price is to draw in its customers for the product or service. A way you can go about that, the most typical one is cost-based pricing, which is very simply add a fixed percentage over the cost of what it takes to make the product to then give you your sort of your gross profit, your net profit.
Yeah, your contribution margin.
Exactly. So you work out exactly how much the product costs. You go, okay, we want to have a 25% margin or a 40% margin or a 100% margin. There's your price.
Bosh.
The next one is value-based pricing. Now, this is more about belief. This is when psychology comes into it, which we'll touch on more later. But you set prices based upon what the customer would pay for something in that demographic. So, for example, if you were in high-end luxury clothing and you're looking at competing with Louis Vuittons, the Gucci's, the Pradas, so on and so forth, even though the product might only cost £100 to make, you're going to stick it on there for 800, 900 because people assume the value of luxury clothing is X, Y, and Z.
Exactly.
And by that, you have to very much go down the avenue of looking at your competitors, and that's how you structure what your pricing markers are. The next, which is just as I've said, the competition-based pricing. So this works in the same way as value-based, but the value is more upon what the customers believe. The customer-based pricing is more upon like what your alternative customers are buying the price. There's actually, it reminds me of a film. You know what I'm like with films. I was watching War Dogs the other day.
All right, yeah.
It's got Miles Teller in and the guy from Wolf of Wall Street. And there's a scene in it where they walk into like doing this arms deal, and all these boardroom members sort of sat around the room and they're like, oh, so yeah, we're going to give you the contract for these arms deals because your pricing was just extremely competitive. And one guy's like cheering about it, and the other guy kind of sits there and he's like, how competitive were we? And he goes, well, you undercut the competition by $5 million.
Yeah.
And the guy goes off. He's like, what? He's like screaming in the hallway.
Is it Jonah?
Jonah Hill, yeah.
He's
screaming in the hallway. And that's what I mean. If you're
that.
going to base your pricing off your competitors, you can't be undercutting them by that much, or else you're just taking your legs out from under you.
Yeah, well, you're missing a good bunch of money that you could be taking. Yeah.
The next couple are dynamic pricing. This is where pricing is flexible and changes based upon demand and time. So, for example, if you've got a brand that's a seasonal brand, it's obviously obviously going to be boosted over the summer, and you may drop prices over the winter in order to get sales kind of still pushing yourself all year round.
Yeah, you probably see that with flights the most, isn't
massively,
it? School holidays, etc.
Yeah, and then the last one is price skimming. So initially setting quite a high price for a new product, and then as time goes on, you drop the pricing. This happens massively when it comes to iPhones. You'll see how Apple will put out a phone, it will cost £2,000, £3,000. If you actually buy that phone 4 years later, the price of it's like £700 because they've released 7 more iPhones since.
Technology's past that.
Exactly. So those are a bunch of different strategies you can look into initially.
Well, you want to talk about strategy.
Oh, sorry,
got a little story for you.
Okay.
BrewDog. Heard of them?
Yeah. I used to have a teacher at my school called Mrs. Bruin, and we used to call her BrewDog. She hated it. She was my tutor, and everyone used to go, "Sup, BrewDog?" and she'd be there like, "Don't speak to me like that."
That's brilliant. That's a class nickname.
I know.
I'd rate that. Anyway, back in 2007, James Watt and Martin Dickey were brewing beer in the garage in Scotland.
What top
small little town.
With you, mate, eh?
I know. No glitz, just two lads just pretty much making lagers because they didn't like the local lagers around them.
Yeah.
So they said, let's price our beer high, like Craft Rebellion, with a bit of a punk attitude is what they were trying to go for.
Okay.
So they made it loud, they made it bold, and it slapped. They made a price point of £5 plus, which at the time was quite a lot for beer.
Interesting.
Yeah. So they ended up not selling the cheap beer, and they sold this movement to kind of go a bit of up yours to the big boys out there.
I see.
We're going to make you proper beer because your beer is boring.
Yeah.
And instead of trying to blend in on the supermarket shelves, they basically brewed the world's strongest beer and sold it in a taxidermy squirrels.
Taxidermy squirrels?
Yeah.
What?
Mental. They bought a tank and they rolled it out through the middle of London as well to get that punk attitude. Search it up. It's crazy. There's a video of a tank just going through the middle of London. They called out every soulless corporate lager in a full-page newspaper ad. And the crazy part is it popped off. Everyone loved
people
this.
by that sort of statement.
Yeah, and then they ended up selling like garments. There were people wearing T-shirts. People got tattoos of it. They just fell in love with this. Fast forward now, from 2007 to 2023 is the latest I've got of them.
Yeah.
They have over 100 bars worldwide and a valuation of 2 billion. Mental.
That's insane.
Actually crazy.
I highly rate BrewDog's non-alcoholic beers as well, by the way.
Yeah,
little
very
side
good.
note, I drink them very regularly.
But that is mental,
insane.
mate.
They proper
they completely flipped the industry on its head because they were just like, we're just going to go out there
for years. So they probably do have to make such a massive statement in order to.
But it's like it's so random and like chaotic, but it worked.
The taxidermy squirrel was the craziest.
Yeah,
thing. That's just mental.
Mental.
What is that about? That's you got to think of really out the box stuff to be coming up with stuff like that.
Crazy.
That is weird.
Anyway,
mental.
Speaking of crazy. We got a lovely little segment for you lot. We do, don't we?
Certainly do. We're getting back with the blindfold.
In Spenny or Penny.
Spenny or Penny. Let's go.
Let's go.
And we are into Spenny or Penny.
Here
Jamie
we go.
has no idea what we're doing today, but we are doing, mate, milkshakes and smoothies. So,
what kind of smoothies? Like fruit smoothies? Or are you not going to give it away?
We're going to start with the milkshakes.
Okay.
So, the milkshakes, we're going to go for a bit of chalky milkshake for you, mate.
Is it ready?
It's going to be ready in a second.
All right.
But first of all, what's your go-to milkshake? Tell the fans.
Yeah, it'd probably have to be a chocolate one. Like, it's just a solid. Well, you know what I think with milkshakes? I'm like, if I go to Mackey's, what milkshake would I get? It'll be chocolate or banana, I reckon.
Banana.
What about you?
Interesting. I think I'm just one of these suckers that goes strawberry everything.
You like
strawberry smoothie, strawberry milkshake, strawberry whatever. I just love a bit of strawberry, mate. Get that fruit in there. But here's a question. You just mentioned the Mackey's milkshakes.
Yes.
Are you a dip of chip sort of man or not?
No chance,
not?
mate.
Oh, mate, I love a dip of chip.
I don't want a greasy, salty chip in my smoothie.
I don't know what it is, man. It does
milkshake.
stuff for me. I'm one of the nut jobs.
To be fair, no, apparently it is a common thing. Like, it's like Marmite.
Exactly. Well, without further ado, let's get you started. We're going to start off with this one. Hand out a little bit further. There you go. You might have to change the other hand just because of the mic. There you go.
Go here.
Have a little slurp of that, my friends. Thoughts on the smell?
Yeah. I can smell it. It's not like distinctively strong.
Okay.
Kind of smells a bit like Nesquik.
Okay.
Do you know Nesquik? Do you remember
I do
Nesquik?
know Nesquik.
What a banging thing that was.
Nesquik, when you're sort of 10 years old, is heaven on earth. Thoughts?
Oh, I don't know, man.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do like
If
it.
you say out of 10, what would you say?
I'd give it like, it's not going bang, that's amazing. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'd give it like a solid 7.
Solid 7. You went with a 7. And this next one coming your way now. Here we are. There you go. You got it.
Okay, yeah. Also, kind of a chocolatey smell.
Interesting.
Is it completely different? It's like tropical or
No,
something.
they're both chocolate. Oh, what's happened there?
I think I recognise this.
Do you?
Is it like the fridge, or whatever it's called?
Who do you think?
FRIJJ.
I definitely don't think even that company exists. But I know
Have
what
I
you're
just
talking
said that
about.
completely wrong?
Well,
You know the cow one?
I know the what? Do you talk about the one with the cats on the advert?
No, the cow.
I don't think I know.
It's
what
like a
you're
bottle.
on
It's like cows. It's fridge.
Right, anyway,
Maybe I'm really wrong.
Do you think first one's Spenny, second one's Spenny? What do you think?
I think texture-wise, the second one I had is Spenny, and
Okay.
the first one's Penny.
Wow, blindfold off, mate. You were wrong, I'm afraid. So,
Oh,
the first one you
I've
had
not seen these.
was Shaken Udder.
Okay.
Fairly new brand. We'll get to talk about shortly. Yeah, Belgian chocolate, apparently meant to be quite spenny in the field of the milkshakes. And the second one was a good old
Yazoo,
traditional
that's why I recognised it.
Yazoo, which I
There
thought
we
you were
go.
going to guess when you said it out loud. I think I know fridge that you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think I remember their
It's
adverts.
the cow one. They open it, it's like, "Rrr."
Oh, it's that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they
of
put it
course.
on.
Like,
That's
yeah.
similar to Yazoo.
I think
like,
they probably are quite close.
that's
yeah.
why I thought, because I think fridge is quite expensive. That's why I was like, oh, it might be that one.
See, no, it's Yazoo.
It's sort
and
of-
I'd say in terms
never
of
heard of
colouring and
that.
stuff, probably the closest in terms of the
Very.
decisions you've had so far.
Very.
So yeah, now that you know it, you're sort of.
But
happy with the decision.
taste-wise-
you'd still go for the second one as
no,
the taste.
that would be the better one.
Oh, you think the first one was the
Yeah,
better
taste-wise. Said texture-wise, I thought that was more fridge. So I went for it
See,
because I
see,
thought that
see,
was the
see.
expensive
But as
one.
general taste, you actually
I actually
preferred
preferred the first one.
Well, getting on to the price. What
I
do you
have no clue. I've never seen
do you know
that
the
brand.
Yazoo as the penny of the two?
I'm going to go
It's that size bottle.
£1.69.
Not far off, £1.90.
Okay.
Right? Yazoo, though, what a brand in terms of the milkshake space.
Big.
Holds a 26.8% share
Wow.
of the flavoured milk market in the UK.
Wow.
So 1 in 4 purchases with any sort of flavoured milk is Yazoo.
Dominant.
Which is crazy.
To
That
be
is
fair,
absolutely
Yazoo and fridge is like the only two that I can really think of off the top of my head.
true. And also, have you got any idea what they're making revenue-wise
Jeez.
in 1 year? I'll give you last year's turnover.
What, you going to tell me last year?
I've got their stats for their last year's
Right.
turnover.
I think they must be in UK
In the UK.
about 300 million.
Okay, a little bit less than that.
Okay.
62.8 million
That's
turnover.
a lot less.
Which is a 10% increase in sales.
To
Since
be
the
fair,
year
milkshake
prior.
industry isn't huge.
It's not massive.
No.
Yeah. But still, 62.8 million put in 1
Massive,
year is
massive.
crazy money. The shaken udder, however, what do you think the price? So that being £1.90, what do you think for the shaken udder?
How?
Slightly
what-
bigger,
What are we talking, litres or 750?
£7.50.
Okay. Right, and I have no clue. Stab in the dark for me, 350.
Again, pretty close,
Yeah.
£3.35.
Okay.
Turnover, any guess? They're the penny of the two, but
What?
much higher price point.
I'm gonna say because I've not heard of them.
I've only got their year stat. Their global stats as well, not just the UK. So this is their global
Are they big
stats.
in a particular
I
country?
think they're bigger in the States. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure they're bigger in the States.
Well, okay. Based off that, I'm gonna say they're still under Yazoo, so I'm gonna go around 10 mil,
22 mil.
22 mil. Okay.
Which is a year-on-year growth so far. They've been going since 2023.
Yeah,
Over
they're
the last couple of years,
new.
they've had a 25% growth year-on-year,
pretty good.
which is
Pretty good.
pretty impressive. And last year they introduced...
I like the name.
Yeah, I love the name. Last year they introduced a protein milkshake line, which had like a chocolate variety
that'd be
to
more
it,
me.
and it won the Best Grocer's New Product and Packaging Awards 2024.
Wow,
in like some massive
might keep
stores.
an eye out for that.
So they've been doing rather well.
Ooh.
But anyway, get that blindfold back on. We'll move on to the
Interessante.
smoothies. And we're back into it with the smoothies. You can see the products in front of me. So without further ado, should we get on to it? What's your favourite type of smoothie?
Innocent.
Innocent. Any sort of flavour?
I like them all.
All of them?
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I
right.
do. Your classic is like mixed berries.
I see. Well, we're going for the strawberry and banana varieties
Love
of smoothies
that.
today. So hand out in front of you. There you go.
Bigger
Got
glass.
it. A little bit of a bigger glass.
Oh, it smells
Smells
good,
good,
man.
doesn't it? It
That
smells good in here right now in
good.
general.
Damn. Oh,
Here we go.
popped my ear.
Did it?
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's very good.
Thoughts?
Very good.
Very good. Out of
So-
10?
That's a. Let me have another sip.
Got to be sure.
No, that's a good like 8.8. That's
Familiar
high.
taste, or do you think it's a different taste?
It's familiar.
Oh, is it? Okay.
But I'm
okay,
not going to
okay.
call the brand because I got it wrong last time.
You did. You got them both wrong. You said Nesquik and Fridge.
No, I said it smells like Nesquik.
Oh, I
It
see. I
doesn't
see.
taste like
This
it.
is the other one. Thoughts?
Smells a lot less like
Okay,
potent.
Less pungency.
That's defo the penny.
Okay, interesting.
In my
Definitely
opinion.
Sure. In my opinion, he follows it up with. Right.
I mean,
Out of 10, that second one.
if that's not the penny, that penny's phenomenal.
Any thoughts like out of 10?
Yeah, you can just tell like it's not there.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't taste like seedy and like earthy. I'm gonna give that out of 10, like a 6. It's not terrible, but it's not
okay.
great.
Fair enough. Right. Blindfold off. You were correct. You were.
I was gonna say, don't tell me that because that doesn't even look
Could you
nice.
imagine? Yeah. So as you said, innocent
Yeah.
was your winner with an 8.8, and the Waitrose
That is
own brand
class, to be
was
fair.
the penny of the
Wow.
two options. I love a bit of innocent smoothie as well, top tier. I
Waitrose
always,
as
every single
well,
time I'm sort of £3 meal deal or whatever, £3.50
always
meal
go for
deal,
innocent,
innocent
same.
smoothie
Always.
every day of the week.
Always.
So
I'm
thoughts
surprised
on the
though,
companies and
Waitrose. I
prices?
thought they'd be better than that
So did I.
because Waitrose is quite good. Interesting.
So thoughts on the prices of the two?
I don't know these size bottles.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's throwing me off.
Do you know what? I say this little fact for you as well. Every single time I'm doing a Tesco's online shop, every time it goes suggested for your basket just before I press checkout, it comes up with one of them.
Yeah.
And it's like, I won't be able to tell you the price, but it's a price that I assumed was for that size bottle. And I always buy it, and what turns up is always the little bottle.
Really?
And
Yeah,
I
yeah,
always
yeah,
think,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
you've got me
Yeah.
again. I always fall for that.
So based off the little bottle, I'm gonna go. That's like a. I'm gonna say it's in the 5s. I'm gonna go 5.40.
Okay, it's less than that. It's $4.45.
Okay.
However, the much smaller bottle
They're like £3.
is $3.50.
Yeah,
So for less than £1 more, you get a hell of a lot more drink. Psychology of buying. People, it's right there in front of you. As for the Waitrose, what are your thoughts?
Right. So that was
That was
£4.45.
$4.45.
£4.45. I'd say that's £3.20.
£2.40.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, not
so
bad.
not bad.
Not
Not bad
bad.
at all. Like more than £2 less.
Yeah, definitely undercutting innocent.
Exactly. Anyway, on the companies themselves, I mean, we'll kick off with Waitrose just because it's an independent. I don't have the stats on the drink itself,
yeah.
but how do you think Waitrose are performing recently?
Ridiculously.
Crazy.
What are we saying? Turnover?
Yeah, we'll go for annual revenue.
Okay. I don't even know where to start. I would say they're easily... I would actually say they're like close to... Oh, I don't know.
I'll give you a little stat to help you.
750?
Million. Way more.
Way more. They're in the
Way, way
billions.
more. They're in the billions.
I thought they were only UK
So,
prominent. So I was
with-
like, that might lower them
Well,
a bit.
this is the thing. They have 329 stores across the UK and Channel Islands.
Yeah.
But they do export to 52 countries.
Okay.
So they pull in 2024, 7.7 billion.
I didn't realise they're that big.
Yeah,
I did
it's
not realise they're
crazy,
that
crazy,
big.
crazy money.
Fair play.
Obviously, these big supermarkets pull in money we can't fathom. However,
That's
for the innocent, so
crazy.
pulling it back down to the million sort of regions, what are you thinking for the Innocent
I still think
smoothie.
they're very high.
Still big brand.
Smoothie industry, 100 mil.
431 mil.
What?
Yeah.
The milkshakes threw me off because I was going to say like 500. I was going to say 500, but then I was like, oh, milkshake was 65, so I'm going to go
Innocent
low.
Smoothies absolutely
Wow.
stomping it. The
They're
brand
awesome.
sells over 2 million smoothies a week.
But remember, we did a story about them. It's
Yeah.
amazing story.
They have got an
And
incredible,
to think they've
incredible
got
story.
450 million turnover.
Mate, that's mad. So back in, for anybody
Wow.
who needs a bit of a reminder, back in 2013, 90% of their brand was actually acquired by Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
And it made them skyrocket. The amount of like push the brand got over there over the next 10 years has been insane. So they are, as you well know, probably the dominant
Top tier,
smoothie
in
brand
my
at the
opinion. I
moment.
don't think there's anyone else. When I think
Completely
smoothie, I think innocent.
Yeah, same. Innocent
Just
smoothie. It's just like, yeah,
associated,
the
yeah.
word comes to your head. Right, well, that was Spenny and Penny, my friend. You got
I
one
liked
right,
it,
one
I
wrong,
liked
but
it.
not too shabby. Not
Nice.
too shabby at all. We're going to get back into pricing now, give you a little bit more about the psychology. And we are back from Spenny or Penny.
I like that one.
50-50 on that one. It's not too shabby from you.
It's better than my usual
Better than
performances.
usual performances. And I'll tell you, I had a bit of that innocent smoothie off camera. It is to die for.
It's
So
good.
good.
It is good.
Let us know also what other things you want us to try in Spenny or Penny, or is it really worth it? Let us know the products, the industries. If it's edible, it helps because this is a long old filming session, so we want to get our taste buds ignited. But if it's not, we'll still try things that are outside of the remit of that. So
Yeah.
let
It's
us
got to be a certain price point as well, though.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
We're not spending a K on a bloody gadget.
We don't have a game to spend on it.
You
We
never
are-
know, mate. Scratch cards.
One day. Well, we are getting further into the strategy, psychology,
Yeah,
and
let's
methods
get
of
into it.
pricing. So psychology-wise, I love a bit of psychology. I mean, pricing is all about kind of making it seem valuable to a consumer.
Yeah.
So it is about touching on their psychology. It's about working with
Manipulating them a little bit, isn't it?
That's the worst
Into
way for it, but it
picking-
is exactly how it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You manipulate them into picking the option that you want them to pick.
100%. And there's like different ways you can kind of go about it.
Exactly. And I've got some here, mate.
Go for it.
So, number one,
Number one.
a thing called charm pricing.
Mm-hmm.
As we alluded to earlier, the £10 versus the £9.99.
Exactamundo.
So this is kind of called the left digit bias, right?
Interesting.
Because we read
Okay.
left to right.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
your
yeah.
brain's going to see the 9 before it even registers a decimal point,
So true.
which makes them think they're getting a steal.
Mm-hmm.
But really, it's just £1, 1p less.
Yeah, no,
which
I see
is
what you mean.
mental.
Even at
if
like
you
the
think
higher
about
end
it.
of stuff, like something that's 3 digits, something that's
Yeah.
just like £100 to £99 something, it's crazy.
Yeah,
difference.
300 to 299, like,
So
yeah,
true.
it's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Another one we've got is anchoring.
Mm-hmm.
So you make it look like a steal. So if someone walks into a wine shop and they see a £50 bottle next to a £200 bottle, they're going to think that £50 bottle's a great deal,
True.
when it might not necessarily be a great deal.
And that's another thing, like people also, especially if you're buying online, which people are doing more nowadays.
Yeah.
If you're setting your bar to like where you want your price point to sit, if you set your max at like £300,
Yeah.
anything above that's scuffed, but the $2.99 then seems like a fairly reasonable
Yeah,
option.
yeah.
So that
With
could
the charm
be the
pricing,
massive
that
difference
works
when it
as
comes
well.
to charm
Yeah,
pricing. Yeah, yeah.
especially you see, like, usually when you're buying a gift, you're like, 20 quid for a mate, that's fine.
Yeah.
So if you've got something like $19.99, that just
It's a
cuts
bargain.
off that 20 quid. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, exactly. But also with this anchoring, you see it everywhere. So if you go into a shop, you might see like a sale tag was 59, now 19.99.
Yes.
You're going to go, oh, that's a great steal. And that's what anchoring's all about. You've got to make it look like a steal.
Got you.
So the next one we have as well is context changes everything, right?
It does.
So if you're getting charged £10 for a latte on a flight versus £10 for a latte on a balcony with someone playing the harp in the background, that £10 on the balcony is going to seem a lot better than the one on the flight.
Exactly. Like even if like there's somebody who's saying Rory Sutherland, who we'll touch on more later,
Yeah.
he was saying about how the burger is everything. So if you're driving along a roadside and you stop with a little burger van, £10 feels pretty pricey. But the second you sit in that restaurant and they've got the lighting and the music and the cutlery, like the £10 burger seems, wow, that's a steal.
Exactly, and that's the whole point. It's not about the cost of the product; it's
True,
about the
true,
story around it.
Yeah.
And that's what you really got to think about when you're selling something, whatever it may be. What's the story around it? Because that's what people buy into.
Entirely.
So another one we've got is emotional justification. Now, this is something humans do a lot of.
Yeah.
It's the treat yourself logic.
Got you.
So that's why you see...
Was it the girl math and the boy math?
Very true.
Yeah.
But also, that's why you see a lot of payday deals. So when your payday comes through, you're like, oh, feel good, got money, let me treat myself. Discounted deal comes through at the end of the month. I'm going to buy it now.
That's a great point. That's such a great point.
So in your messaging, when you're promoting your products, whatever it may be, you need to be able to sell that feeling to them, not the facts. So make that customer feel smart, feel like they're getting a steal out of it.
They'll even say stuff in their email marketing like, oh, payday's just happened, treat yourself.
Yeah.
And it's like they might as well spell it out, like, because they know it's exactly how you
Another
want
one
to
for
feel.
me is Moonpig. You know, if you've got a birthday coming up that you've already bought a card for in the future, in the past, they will pretty much 3 months out or 2 months out give you a really good discount. And then when it gets closer to time, you won't get that discount. So you feel a bit shit. So next time you'll remember it.
That's such a great point.
That's another one. Another one, though, price versus pain.
Okay.
Reduce the friction. So a really good website, obviously, as we all know, is Amazon.
Yeah.
One click buy works wonders with them.
It does.
Fewer steps, less time for doubt. Someone's going to go, I want to buy that. Boom, pay it,
all the way
done.
Through. Yeah.
If it's now I want to buy that, add your email, add your address, log in, sign up, you're gonna go, nah, I'm done after 6 steps.
Yeah,
I'm out.
so true.
That's literally what I do as well. I'm like,
exact
I can't
same.
be arsed.
I'm the exact, especially when it comes even things for the podcast like perfect purchase. I love a little swipe to buy on a perfect
100%.
purchase.
It's brilliant. I think it's unreal, and especially with technology, you need to be able to do that. You need to streamline.
Dangerous though.
Yeah, it is dangerous. But if you've got a website, make sure it's streamlined and efficient, so people aren't like getting a bit of time to like think about what they're purchasing. Almost if they want to do it, that urge, you've got to capitalize on that urge straight away. And the last one I've got is urgency. Now this one always works a treat. If you see a product or something like that and it says only 2 left in stock, you're like, oh, I need to buy it now quickly before it goes. Or you have something in your basket and you see a discount come in and it's going to go in 20 minutes if you don't purchase, it makes you speed up that transaction.
In 5 people's baskets now, that comes up. Every single time I'm trying to buy a flight, it's always said 30 people are viewing this flight, this route right now. And it's just like, God, I best get in now.
So true. But it gets people to act on it quicker. So there's some little tips and tricks you can use potentially within your business or your website, whatever it may be, to try and manipulate a couple of people to get some sales.
Well, that last one that you mentioned there is... Because what we've spoken about as well when it comes to generating a business is you can limit the stock availability you have. It doesn't necessarily mean you have that stock. And it's effectively a placebo. We're saying something, but it's actually completely different. And the importance of placebo is also something that Rory Sutherland mentioned. I think if you're going to look into strategy and pricing, watch the whole episode and then go and check out Rory Sutherland, because Rory Sutherland, in my eyes, is probably one of the smartest individuals when it comes to structuring psychology of buying, psychology of marketing, so on and so forth.
So true. Half of those strategies that I've just listed are because of him.
Exactly. And 2 of them you mentioned. So you mentioned the importance of placebo, as I've said. The product basically believing and expecting it to be a certain experience for them if they don't get in now. It's like
that FOMO feeling.
The FOMO feeling, exactly that.
Everyone has that as well.
You
ever had that? Like
every day.
If you get like a party invite and you can't make it, you see them having a great time. You're like, I've missed out on a banger.
Absolutely. When we were on holiday as well, you boys having a drink without me and Cal. I was sat there like, I feel so left out right now. And we mentioned the context-driven pricing. I've already mentioned the burger thing, so we'll move on. A couple of other really tenable ones that he has is firstly perceived value. Now, we've already spoken about this. Value is subjective. This is what he preaches. He says it depends not on how much something costs, but how much something is as it's presented. So, for example, Starbucks, they charge £4 for a coffee, not because the coffee is 4 times better than a £1 coffee, but very simply because of the story around it, the brand, the cup, the experience, the tagline, the fact it writes your name on the cup. All of this.
It's that lifestyle element as well, isn't it?
I drink Starbucks.
Well, it's like those... mums with blonde hair that drive like Range Rovers or whatever, and they're going to go pick up a Starbucks on the way to drop the kids off or something.
He literally, his famous quote is, all value is relative, all value is perceived value. That's how he says it, and it's to the T.
It's all about the story you sell.
And that's it. The psychological framing, this is the other main point that he makes. The way that choices are presented and framed can change decisions. It changes the underlying options that the person who's trying to buy has. It sometimes breaks it down to not being, will I buy, won't I buy? It's which option will I buy? It reminds me of something outside of Rory Sutherland, but there's a guy who was like a shoe salesman. and he used to make kind of quadruple the amount of sales in this company than every other salesperson. And the boss took him to one side and was like, how are you doing it?
Yeah.
Like, it seems every single time people are coming in here, they're buying shoes with you, but they're not buying it with the other 10 salespeople. And he said, yeah, the way I do it is the power of two. And what he was saying is, if you sit down there and you walk into your shoe shop, your trainer shop, whatever, and you go, oh, I like these shoes, I want to have a look at those. They'll bring down another pair. Oh, I want to have a look at those. The first thing he does is, which one do you want me to take away? And now it's no longer, which one of the 3 shoes will you buy or will I not buy? It's now, you like these, you've told me you like these, what do you want to compare it to? And so it takes away the option of not buying. It almost leaves them to go, you already like this, as we know, what do you want to compare it to? The power of just having 2 rather than more options for them to then choose to not buy at all. And it's exactly what he's trying to say, this sort of psychological framing being that the wine bottle says, instead of saying red wine on it, it says the house special. And it changes the psychology of somebody buying it. So all these different tenets.
With that as well, it can happen almost unnaturally.
Yeah.
So you could have a celebrity that picks up your item or wears your item, whatever it may be, and that boosts the psychology of all the fans that want to like be like them, and they'll go out and purposely buy it or something of that brand because someone's worn it that they like.
There was the story about Kendall Jenner wearing that bikini back in the day. So there was a company that was making bikinis of a certain, I don't know, design or certain material. And they knew a couple of Kendall Jenner's friends, and they knew they couldn't get in touch with Kendall Jenner, so they gave all of the friends of this friendship group, it was like 6 friends in there, they gave 5 of them the bikinis for free in different colours. Then they went away for summer, all these girls wearing these bikinis, and Kendall was like, I want to wear one. So Kendall went and bought one, and then she wore it, and the sales skyrocketed.
Very clever, very clever. But that's also why you see the bigger brands partnering with these influencers or celebs out there.
Exactly that. Well, I think we should move on to our pricey, tenable segment of all, our perfect purchase. What do you think?
Yeah, let's go. Right. Here we go. Perfect purchase.
Cha-ching.
Now, as you may have heard, obviously we've been on a holiday fairly recently.
Enjoying the hot weather.
Exactly. So what did we have as our task, Ollie?
Well, our task, seeing as we can't put down this podcast anywhere, we need to take it on holiday with us. We chose
we always do.
to do the best thing you can buy for the podcast in duty free with a budget of £15.
Now, before I show you my perfect purchase,
yes,
this was extremely tough.
So difficult. There is barely anything in duty free for less than £15.
But also, like, we walked into this duty free, right? Half of it was just tobacco.
It was the whole first half.
I was like, what?
I know, insane. I hope you haven't bought that because neither of us smoke.
No.
I wonder how that could be for the podcast.
No chance.
There was that interesting machine though that we saw as we walked in, which is quite a smart marketing technique. What it was kind of like a interactive darts board, and if somebody was there, if you buy a packet or 2 packets of the brand, they then let you throw a dart at this dartboard
and
to
you
then win more. It's like a win every time.
Well, you win something. Yeah,
it's a
you
win
get
every
a
time.
free gift.
So it kind of pushes people to buy 2 rather than 1, which is really smart.
Yeah, it was quite clever. I wanted to throw a dart, but I'm not buying 6.
So, do you want to go first or want me to go first?
I'll go first. So bearing in mind, right, it's for the podcast.
Yes. I'm so intrigued.
Here.
Okay.
So we do struggle sometimes to think of ways in which we could punish one another.
Oh, God. What have you bought?
So for the podcast, I have bought some punishments.
Oh, jeez.
Starting with hot sauce.
That looks bad.
Apparently, I asked the guy, it's got seeds at the bottom, if you can see.
Oh, God.
He said this will make your tongue go.
Jeez.
And then he said, if you want a bit of a lesser version, but still very hot, we got a green version. However, he said,
they look ruthless.
for a punishment, if you want to try something, chuck these on your tongue.
What are they?
Little chili kind of flakes.
Oh, so it's just basically boil of the mouth, is it?
So I've bought 3 decent punishments which we can use
You know what? It's
for our podcast.
very useful for the podcast.
And we can keep them.
Wowza.
But honestly,
that looks like some sort of spice, I'm assuming, then.
yeah.
Jeez, that
He
is
said just like
looking
dab
hot.
it and
If
whack
anybody's
it on
ever
your tongue.
tried these, let us know, because we'll probably be trying them on a future Sunday special.
Yeah.
Well, I'm quite impressed. So how much was that in total?
Together, all of this came to £14.
Just under the margin.
Yeah,
Fair
but
enough.
it was tough to find things that were like £15 in general. So I
Yeah.
thought I'd buy an accumulation of
I
things.
see. Well, you ready to see mine?
I'm very ready.
Now, I took probably about 25 minutes to find these. And
We
when
were
I
in the
found
same
them-
spot, by the way.
When I found them, I was blown away. And I found them because I was in the queue and then saw them in the like little aisles by the tills. And so I found these literally the last second.
Right.
Here we are. Are you ready? Do you know what? I'll give you my little pitch for them.
You've got a pitch.
Rightio. Stuck, sweating in a hot podcast studio.
Yes.
Whip out this. The €50 note handheld fans that instantly upgrade your cool, literally and figuratively.
Oh, I like
It's the
that.
perfect way to beat the heat, get a laugh from your guests, and make it look like you're making serious money before we even have. And all it's really doing is keeping the pits dry. As you can see, $6.95 each. Little marker of Tenerife on the bottom.
Nice.
Have a look at these bad boys.
You could use that with my fan that I've got as well.
Exactly. So, once you've peeled it, you spread them.
Oh, it's like that. Oh, wow.
You spread them, and next thing you know,
I feel like I'm balling.
mate,
Oh, this is class.
how cool is this? Oh,
I
mine's
like this.
broken. What's that all about?
Oh, that is not nice.
Can you slip it back in, maybe? Maybe you can.
Might have to stick it on.
I'll figure that out at a later stage. Anyway, I've got my 5 here. Maybe this is just free. How nice is that?
That's good.
This studio gets
I
absolutely
wish this was
baking, by the
real.
way, people.
How good would that be if it's real?
Well, until it becomes
We can
real.
make it real.
That's what I'm saying. We will one day have our own ones of these. How cool is that?
We look so entitled. I
do.
love it though. That's brilliant.
All right, knobbers.
I didn't
Anyway.
even see these.
They're right by the tills. Because I
Wow.
saw another fan and I was like, maybe I'll have to go over budget. But then I saw these and I was like, oh my God,
That's
perfect.
class.
So we now have our own personal little fans for when we get too hot to make it look like we got the dollar.
Yeah, man.
For the total price of 2 of them, one of them was $6.95 each, so just
Yeah,
under
yeah.
€14 that is as well.
Nice.
Which means I probably got under about £12.
Yeah, yeah.
Mate, what a steal, eh?
I don't mind them, mate.
So,
I don't mind them.
I'm pretty happy with that as my perfect purchase.
Probably
this
our
week.
roguest purchase each.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
We had to get really creative here, so yeah.
We had
Gone
select
all out.
choices, that's for sure. I like it though.
Well, that was
That's
perfect
cool.
purchase.
Nice.
If anybody wants to find one of these, you've got to go to Tenerife Duty Free and then right by the tills. So enjoy. Right, let's get back into the episode.
Let's do it.
Well, another episode down.
Another one
23 has
down.
gone by for you
Yeah.
YouTubers and Spotifyers. And if you want to stick around for a little bit more, you know where to find us. We're going to be over on Patreon.
We
for
will.
Some of
£4 a month.
13p a day, and we'll be explaining a bit more actually behind the psychology of why we chose £4 and 30p a day.
Yeah,
and
and
a
we've
bit
also
more.
got some workplace stories.
We've got a warring workplace stories coming. You want to go and check it out. And in the meantime, please, if you're sticking around here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It means the world to us. Any comments, we will read every comment and try and get back to you.
Yeah, let us know what industry day you want us to do next as well.
Yes, true, the industry day. And in the meantime, go check out the socials. There'll be plenty there to keep you full of content throughout the week.
There is a lot of content coming out.
Certainly is. We love you. We'll see you next week. In the meantime, toodle pepper.
Cheerio!
How dare you disrespect the goat?
The goat has a fan now.
Definitely
we
not
need to
the
cool him
worst
down.
purchase we've ever made. Oh, yeah. I'll give him a little bit of a fan. I'll look how his hair goes back.